Falcons have a pretty good draft when it comes to the side lanes. I think as long as Marine does...
Heroes, all three of their cores, realistically, they don't really want to fight early on, right? The closest thing you're going to get to that is maybe running with the Lash around the map. And if they bring the numbers and get the Timber in, it might be troublesome. Speaking of trouble, top lane, Snaking, getting run down. First blood is drawn. Jabs will slice him down. Very, very nice setup. I was so worried about this position for Tiny, but turns out it works out wonders against this Tinker.
Naruto's back. He has a stun too on Tim's.
Yeah, just holding on to it. Not gonna allow for the deny. One last chop. Get a double, and Tim's, he'll just sacrifice himself. He knows there's no point in him sticking around.
See how Falcon's gonna make a move to bring him back. He'll make a move.
Oh, they're running up to the top lane. Twin gates from some of the Boom heroes. Coming through to try and punish Skeeter. We're gonna take advantage of this timing. Just gonna use the Raw for good measure. Not allow Skeeter.
Possible.
We'll ask Tim's about that later on. Trying to make a go onto Armel in the mid lane. A lot of damage coming out from the Timbersaw. The Bug still punching away on this Lash, but he's trying to turn onto Crit. Burning up the Weaver. He will lose his life, but not before he takes down Crit. Ends up being going very, very clearly in, I won't say Boom's favor, but they're getting everything they want, right? Like Jackie's having basically uncontested free farm. Mid lane, Tim's in a little bit of trouble. Throw some rocks at the Timber. Get away from me, please, please, please leave me alone. Try to dodge out on the Chakram. Nice little last minute stick. He does have to be careful, but Malrine can't just chase him into the trees all willy-nilly. Zhao getting chased out by Crit right now. The combo is there. Lightning strikes him down. Malrine a bit too deep. Gets baited out by Tim's. So that might be a bit skewed, but yeah, Skeeter, he's not ready to fight, but this is still pretty nice timing. Run into Tim's up here in the top lane. TP out. That's the Atos reveal. Malrine will get himself a kill. Skeeter lines his pockets. But it's coming around the Wisdom Rune timing.
Oh, they know.
And yeah, Boom will smoke as well. Breaking up. There's a nice avalanche onto 3, but Tim's, he's in a bit of trouble. Golems comes out. Oh, that's a huge fatal bounce. They're going to be toast here. Armel, he's going to start ripping them up, but he needs to find a way into the fight. Being blocked out by the arena walls for now. Jackie trying to chase onto Malrine. The TP out. They still have the damage coming out from the fatal bonds, but it's not enough. Malrine makes it back to base, but they lose.
That's your answer. That's what they wanted. The toss back.
Into the setup. Dust into stun. Not in time though. Crit able to get the time that's off, and Tim's will go down. Amar with the setup onto the Lash. They rock in the middle. Zhao a little bit of panic, maybe miscommunication. Reminder here that you're watching the official stream of FISSURE Studios, FISSURE Universe Ep.4. One stream happening today because there are only 3 matches, and the rate this is going, the first one might be an upset. The Falcons aren't able to come up with something quickly. Crit again with the setup, with the bait and the time lapse. They have yet to be able to really punish this Weaver, and they will take down Armel instead. Golem comes out a bit too late, but Jackie's starting to cut into Malrine already. The Timbersaw will just get chopped. Raw comes out, the BKB duration, he manages to get it off, but Jackie focusing down Snaking, focusing down the backline support. They get the kill, looking for more. The blink away from Skeeter. He'll be safe. Amar still trying to set up because the BKBs are out, but is this really what you want, Amar? You're gonna die in your own arena. This is not the battle that you asked for. A spear to buy him some time, but the Golem just beating him up, and Jackie will find a triple kill. It's too easy for this Phantom Assassin here. The equation. Very, very well played from the PA, and oh no, have they found Malrine again? The toss to interrupt the Timber Chain. Oh my goodness, that must have been Aurora as well. Yeah.
Tim's also has Jules, so I guess Jules is one way.
They caught him again. Pull him in, manages to get the Aghanim's proc off. So he's going to reflect quite a bit of that damage. The Yules to deny it. They can even Raw. Hold him in place. Jackie's in. Down goes Malrine again. This Timbersaw just has no game whatsoever. And Snaking, we talked about how tough this Tinker is to set up. They want to fight. They're coming in, but the Golem, the counterplay, they're trying to burst down Armel, but he gets the BKB and Bloodstone off. He's fine. Skeeter is in trouble. Skeeter's getting sliced up, and they'll toss in Zhao. Zhao's like, what the hell am I going to do? I'm a Warlock. Jackie is the one who can finish the job, though, and he's looking for an angle to jump in. Skeeter, the blinks, the stun. It's perfect. It might just buy him enough room. That lightning slowing him down. His chemical rage is going to come to a close, and so will his life. Lopped his head off. Both the Golem and that little some self-dissolate shit, right? They need to get some sort of crazy acrobatics out from Malrine. He has to get damage in somehow.
Coming in.
Yeah, acrobatics up in the sky, Skeeter. That's not where an alchemist should be, but he's trying to turn around. Snaking will TP in for the backup. Tim's hiding in the glimmer. Nice little blink forward there. Gets the stun out and Tims is going to go down. A bit too far forward without the rest of the teams back up. They know that the PA was a KL.
Yeah, it was Gunting.
Oh, Gunting.
That's where Amar first picked Mars every game. He just pressed soldiers with
Yeah, boys?
That's the
up ahead here. We can see that the damage coming out is very significant. They can get the connection, but the toss back, they found Snake. Tims with a beautiful one. Dishing out the Tinker, and they're going to try and respond. Tims with the Yule saving himself. Meanwhile, Jabs on the back line, slicing up the supporting cast. They just can't survive. Again, it's just Tims going down, but they don't care. They don't care that they lose their Tiny if they're going to get your cause for it. BKB forced out by Skeeter. He's trying to truck it back to the safety of his team. Oh, my God. Oh, Jack boys.
Get Roar on him, which is why we see Crit going for the Lotus here, try to protect him up a bit.
We see that fire trail. They're going to jump into Amar. Oh, 3 members just collapse instantaneously. So for group stage, before we decide the last 3 qualified teams, unfortunately, we might have to, we have to wave goodbye. Dodging each other out at the moment. They've got the catch. Again, it's onto Tims. It's just Tims. Could open up a little bit of a vantage point for them to try and fight. Roche is up now.
They're looking.
This is good timing. They go. Immediate blink hex. Malrine is gone. That's not even close.
And
you get a fatal bonds onto 3. That's tough. Crit has to force stuff up to the high ground.
Can they? Tims is hunting.
Tims did buy back into this, so he does want to be a bit more careful with his positioning. Amar is going to come in arena, try and throw Jackie away. Pushing him into the walls for now, but the Roach is not low enough to steal. He's going to just fully commit in. Meanwhile, backline, Tims, he's just taking the pressure. Jabs will steal the Aegis of the Immortal. And Boom are the ones to get that Roach kill. Meanwhile, Tims is still... Smoke is going to break. Jack Boys immediately dodges away.
He coming back, though.
He coming back. Looking at Crit. Crit's going to get Crit. Crit's going to get killed. They're looking for more. Armel with the raw out. Skeeter, he is gone. Not enough HP in the world's going to save you from that one. Malrine tossed up to the sky. He probably has the BKB out, but he's going to try and get a kill onto Tims first. Golem off the mark, and that means Malrine is going to be able to escape. Still don't have a buyback. You need to try and maybe attempt a 4v5, but how are you going to find this opportunity? The Golem scouting out, going to go into the tree lines, spot out Snaking, force the blink away. Gaps again. He still has that second life. You haven't threatened it yet.
No, just parks his Golem in the corner of the X.
Just jumping out onto the Timber Saw. Nice arena, keeping Jack Boys at bay for now, but they hold that poor Timber in place, and Malrine doesn't stand a chance. No buyback there. The March of the Machines will at least get Jabs on his first life, but hope starting to fade. If you're a Falcons fan, this shit is looking rough. Nice spear back onto Jabs, but Jabs still has a BKB. Keep in mind, Fella still has a cheese. He's got a little snack ready for this type of a situation, and they don't even need it.
Zoning out now. Malrine, no buyback. Falcons has spawned on Skeeter. On Mal.
Gonna try and jump in raw just to deny that go, and Jack Boy still jumping on the back lines, holding on to the resources again. They just don't have the firepower. Jabs, he's godlike, and GG is called. Boom. They'll be the ones to take game number 1 against Falcons, and we talked about it in the pre-game, Adam. This is a matchup that
I just played 3 or 24 star in these games where he's good against 2 cores. It's so strong.
With this poison touch, he can't step back up to where Jabs is positioned extremely aggressively. They're doing a great job denying the space at snaking.
You want to be there,
a bit of a pickle.
Let's Lotus and stick on Jabs too.
Jabs is one who needs to be careful. Turn around for the poison touch. Oh, big stick, big Lotus as well. And he actually survived.
He can get the heal damage.
He might go down first. First blood drawn by Skeeter. Outduels the Dazzle. Snaking might drop the last bit of damage. He didn't need to sort of risk himself there, but really nice little bait play there from Skeeter. In this bot lane. I was saying how he doesn't really get pushed out, but he's going to stand his ground. At least get a trade kill onto Zhao there. Crit will be the one to secure it, and the Medusa is...
Use this shot.
A little bit awkward. Amar is full HP though. Tims is here. We want to set up onto the Moeta first. No, she's an easier target to take down. But Amar, that's going to allow him to stack up quite a bit of quills onto poor Tims. Snaking has joined the fray as well. Going to come in, punish the bounty hunter. Up the dust, they might be looking for more because Malrine showed up to the fray. Now slowed up by the blood grenade. He is not moving anywhere. Malrine secures himself the first kill of the game on that Ricky. Boys will be okay for now.
They're going again. There's a scan from Boom though. Check boys. Needs to hike it out of here.
He's making it out for now. I don't know whether the same can be said for Crit. Getting hunted down in the mid lane. They're going to play around Amel. Get that kill easily. The blood grenade's going to finish him off.
The full circuit once he goes back to mid lane.
If I'm not wrong, he actually applied for a tour with the travel company. That's why he's seeing the sights of the new Wandering Waters map.
Ouch.
This, oh, the physical damage. He does so much for being a high armor hero. Now, Tim
Walks past the boys.
Yeah.
And he just dies
Carlos.
4-0. And until today, I will never forget. It was actually so funny because we were watching his player perspective in review. I'm totally going to ignore this kill. But watching in replay review, it's like his player perspective is just on the mid lane, full HP, and then 3 seconds later, he's dead.
It's kind of like what happened to Crit right here.
Crit lasted
longer just to buy
than
3
Pyro.
seconds with the Pyro. Yeah, I think Crit lasted longer than Pyro, probably. That kind of seems to be the boom, the new boom route of, you know, gameplay. Into the front line, will get caught out. Yeah, he's a good use. Nice silence. Him still surviving somehow. Beautiful setup. On to 3. They get catch on all of them. Oh, Crit, he's going to come forward to pierce the veil. Look for the last hit, Tim's. Oh, he didn't need to throw that shuriken out there, I'll tell you that much. But sacrifices his life for another track kill. That's Zhao with a double. Beautiful setup there from Boom. They should be able to weasel their way over to the Tormentor now.
That's a deserve to die move.
I don't know whether Falcons, this is what they want. They'll set up around Amel here, keeping him in place. This Slaughter doesn't really have the most HP left, and Malrine and Amar will get the jump. Heater's gonna come in as well. Boom, getting a bit too comfortable, thinking that they killed off the supports. They get a free Tormentor. Absolutely not. Falcons, right. Don't let all official social media not miss a single bit of the action. You can say you were here when Falcons potentially got eliminated at a group stage. Now they will get a nice connection onto Amel. Get the kill before the rest of the side of Boom can come in. Arrive now and will at least punish Snake King for his transgressions. I kind of feel like they need to carry the game, just default into the Aghanims because it gives you so much scaling and damage. But he understands his role this game. He just needs to be able to stand in the front and survive. Attempted crush denied by a huge silence. The smoke screen not allowing Amel to go forward. Tims will be the casualty for that one. Not much interaction with this Medusa. Maybe this is why they gave her the Aegis. They were intending to go onto the high ground. He comes in, making a Malrine jump forward. The Aethos to hold him in place, but not in time. Trying to channel the freezing field. This is such an awkward attempt from Falcons. What are you trying to do here? Malrine is just going to bait his teammates in a little bit. He burns up. 2 heroes already down. The Medusa's coming back in the second life. He popped the meta already, but the projection...
Who's going to run into who? Tims.
It's caught out. That's been the story of this series. Tims the first one to drop, but Falcons, they don't stop around him. This is what their draft was meant to do anyway. Play around that Dusa, but... For you onto Speeder. 46 more seconds on the Aegis. He's happy to frontline for his team. The Aghanims reveal there from the Muerta. They found Jabs. His real body was just right there. No one's gonna save him from that. And now Jack Boys, his disperser runs out. Need to use the Stone Gaze. Push them back. He's being held in place. Another dead shot steering him away to a very inconvenient location. The Medusa is left all alone and will go down. Falcons, they are not gonna go down without a fight. It took time for them to get to this stage, but they're here now, right in front of your base. Amar feeling confident to charge down Amel. The jump in from Malrine looking to finish the job. He will slice down that fish. Serve up some sashimi. Up the eggs, and sure, they were able to push down some towers, but as it comes to it, just a very easy target for them to take down. To start mounting the defense here, last lane of Rags. Falcons staving off potential elimination on.
Who's helping
her? Who's helping her? Who can help her? There isn't even a grave to come out. He can't be saved. Amel is gone. You find the Dazzle in the tree. This is done. It's GG.
Just like that.
What the hell just happened? I mean, Amel, he's gonna go into the fountain. We see this a lot.
It's so hard for Jabs to abuse Night Stalkers against. Like, sure, you see everyone, but like, what hero really? I also feel like conceptually, as one damage dealer, you need a hero that kind of goes in for you, and that usually is a melee hero, right?
I guess so, Amar. No one to go in for him for now. Now, doing a lot of damage. Come out with the bait on the Shadow Wave. Zhao still has to try and look, but will draw first blood on him. The Muerta drops the other reasons is that on Radiant at the 15-minute mark, if you're able to preserve your tier 1 tower, you have a very nice place to set up on all that grab. Zhao, if you're set up, will just go down in the bot lane. This Kotal wants to have. Kind of denied early on. Level 6 immediate TP, but you have no way of stopping this escape. okay, Crit cancels the TP for himself.
Nah, he got this shot.
Oh, I must have missed that. That's my bad. Yeah. Okay. Kind of being pushed back. He's not really doing the best in terms of CS. Still far away from the level 6, so even if they try and set up a move here, might not work out, but if they bring the numbers, could just be enough. Burst down Skeeter, who's in a very compromising position. Nice rotation, but that's basically 5 members of Boom coming up here.
It's indeed a dead hero on Boom. Look at his tanking leg.
He just dead here. Hey, he has to basically pop down attention if he wants to escape, but he doesn't even bother. He's gonna go down. Jabs. Taking a tumble. As long as I can keep saying that Falcons walk away, I think Falcons are happy. We'll set up in the top lane. Jabs was looking for an angle. He'll be the one aggressed upon. He's in way too deep. There's so much magic damage and too many members of Falcons. They swoop in and take out the Night Stalker. Now, the setup there onto Amar. They see his real body, but do they have the damage? The Graveyard himself, he's fine. The blast comes through. It's not going to be enough. And they still can't take down Amar. The lingering damage will finally do him in, but it comes at such a huge cost in their whole day.
No vessel charges on Colo as well. Jab's gonna hunt.
Gets caught here. Try reverse the pressure onto Crit down here in the bot lane, but they can't even get there. They're trying to chase down on the Dark Willow. No one coming to save him. They will at least find something for Jack boys.
That's your mid for the +4 though. Awkward game for Boom right now. This team's still looking at each other now, really.
Need a way to keep him in silence though. Ice Blast covering him for now. He still doesn't manage to get the Brown Strike off. Great job controlling different sides of the map. Their opponents just feel like they can't get anything done. Now Amel will find a nice angle onto Snake King. Ice Blast connects. There isn't really anyone on Falcons who can follow up. He'll at least get a D-Ward before he goes down here on Snake King. Off lane, and they try the gyro both times. This gyro hero, it's just not pulling its weight in this patch. I mean, it does still remain to be seen. Maybe they can prove me wrong, but for now, they're just losing hero after hero on the map, and there's not a move they can make. You want to play pace with this gyro, but he's not really able to join many of the fights. Setup is there. Amel will go down again. Down can only do so much.
This
Down
is
might just die.
Falcons' best formation, right? The 1-3-1. Always see in all the games that they succeed, the sweeping of Marine Snake and Crit. Eventually Snake's gonna be into some lane farming and then they change it up. Just their formula, and it's looking good this game.
I think the difference is that this time around, Boom don't quite have the same amount of jump and burst pressure. And they find Snake King. By some time with the Essence Ring, just walked into the wrong part of the woods. But again, that's another Dark Ascension used, and he might not go down. Turn around, the Ice Blast, is he living?
Looks like he took no damage actually.
Yeah, right? Like he was standing there, I was like, okay, at some point his HP starts disappearing.
That's BKB TP, I think. Oh, I thought wrong.
He does not have a TP.
Rocket on him.
He's dead. Is he dead? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, here comes the grave. Can they keep the chase going on? Tims is on him. Barrel strike off the mark. A bit awkward, but Tims is a support Ricky, and he doesn't have the damage. Now it's Jack Boy's turn to have the BKB and run. Tims is under so much trouble, but he's going to be able to pop a Lotus. Full-on escape now for Boom. They've chased a bit too far, and Tims will pay the price for it. This time his HP disappears. The Falcons able to punish. Skeeter survives.
Figure out what Boom can do right now. Scouting things out. Okay. Not popping out this time like that.
Womp womp. Sound of each one of the hits. Tims is just destroyed, and don't have that smoke screen to stop him. Skeeter will come through. Just turn around, pop the BKB. There's a grave on him. There's going to be a fat heal on top of this tiny as well.
Is that a bit too fast? Yeah.
Yeah, a bit too late. A bit too late. This time around, he doesn't get bailed out. No smoke screen, no problem. Either slipping up just a little bit here, and that might lead to more. Dark Ascension means that Aurora, not Aurora, sorry, got confused with it by the tag. Hold that thought, Amar's just gonna commit back in with the BKB. They double pop it, they're onto Jackie. This gyro is in big trouble, and he just gets destroyed.
Dazzle hurts.
Oh my god, Amar, he is such a menace. Gonna get kicked down here slowly but surely. Maybe he's overcommitted, but perhaps that's worth it? I'm not too sure. Now Crit has to try and TP out, but again, the dead shot there. I'm not gonna miss it this time. Yao isn't going to miss it either. Spirit Vessels continue to take. Get a couple of nice kills. They trade out 2 cores for it. But that tiny maybe an avalanche over their heads. This Malrine alone is not going to cut it, even with his Shivas, and they spot him out. They know there's no BKB. Nice terrorize from Crit. Keeping 2 away and will finish off Tims, allowing Malrine to turn around, burrow, explode. Not the projection from a mile away.
See what Falcon choose to do here. Snake, very small.
Away from his team. No sector to buy the time. TP out. Too much magic damage to look the wall. They found the real body on Amar. Can they do much else here though? Tims is gonna evaporate. Have a buyback available. He'll come back into the fight. They found the real Amar and they'll kill him. Oh no, boom. Trying to catch Falcons off guard. They know that this area around their base is being guarded loosely. That's how Falcons like to play. They jump onto the Amel. That's a huge catch. Amel, he needs to get out of here. Forced off away. Crit still trying to connect. Ice Blast landing onto the gyro. This is troublesome. But where is the rest of Falcons? They aren't able to connect at the moment. The projection coming in, beating into Jack Boys. He's hiding away, popping the BKB, facing off into Skeeter. Skeeter's a bit too far forward now. The kill, it's not going to be enough. Amel, he's helping out and Skeeter goes down. The Tiny's out of the picture and Amel now. He popped the BKB a bit earlier. He's getting the heals. He's away, but the epicenter still finishes him off. Malrine, he's still pretty deep. The Grave's going to save him. Amar is standing tall, and you don't have a buyback available. No, you do, but he doesn't want to pop it just yet. Up to the high ground, Tims goes down, and the BKB, Amar, he's gonna try and TP out, but he gets cancelled on the last moment. Oh my god, that fight was so close. It was so close, and it was a dream start for Falcons. It was Boom who were the ones looking for an avenue, but Amel...
Spikes coming in.
For a wraparound play, they're not going to gamble with their chances on the high ground. They're going to try and get the jump instead. Put Falcons in an awkward position. Amar gets spotted out first. That could be a good
in a good spot though.
He's in troublesome. Who's in a good spot? Skeeter is getting some pressure on the back line, pushing Tims back. Both teams have to back up for now. Well, that looked like Amar was dead for sure, but manages to pop the BKB, escape back out to safety. Dark Ascension was used, and looks like Malrine was able to catch onto Zhao. He's down the front lines. You got to keep in mind, he still has that second life, so you got to be wary. You don't want to overcommit and get caught. Crit. They have the Yule set up. Gets hexed for it, but here comes the stun. Here comes the setup. They're looking at Jack Boys. He still has the BKB holding on to it for now.
Oh, he didn't Satanic.
Satanic didn't BKB just yet. We'll turn and fight. Take the first life of Skeeter. Watch out for this gyro. Crit still being so annoying on the front lines, trying to initiate. But they managed to fish Jackie out of there. And most importantly, he did not need to use the BKB. It's a bit of a precarious position.
They have Grave TB.
Amar hitting into it.
They have Grave BKB TB if he really wants to do this.
Looks like he does. A lot of damage though. Oh, you know? He's away. That was good.
Marine's in. Oh my god!
Malrine with the setup. Gets them caught out. Oh, they thought, oh, this Tiny's gonna go away. Malrine is in. And Malrine's ready to end the game. Oh, he's ready to go on to the playoffs. Just catching them completely by... Even I didn't see that one coming.
That was fucking
right here on the front line. Able to blink out. And, I mean, this is going to be a Rex at minimum. They can look towards the second if they heal up.
There's the refresher in the backpack. He's smoked up now.
Oh, dear.
Falcons.
Bad boys. Bad boys. You got to They're winding up the Epi. They're looking at him. In comes the burrow. Where's the save? He's getting melted. The gyro gets brought down to earth and the immediate refresh. The barrel strike forward. Malrine's ready to close this one out. Triple kill. And good game is called. Boom. They had such a convincing game, number one, but Falcons will not be denied from the playoffs. My goodness. What a turnaround. What a